Welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, aka the True Prince of Pro, and today I'm here to review episode 31 of AAA TV on Fox in Mexico. Opening things up this episode, we have a brawl backstage between Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano that spills down the entranceway and into the ring. El Grande Americano hits Dominik Mysterio with a suicide dive and then continues the brawl back in the ring when Rey Mysterio runs out and tries to break up the fight. El Grande Americano blows past Rey Mysterio and then Dominik catches El Grande Americano with a low blow. Dominik Mysterio continues the beatdown on El Grande Americano. When Rey Mysterio tries to break up the fight again, there's a bunch of shoving between Dominik and Rey before Dominik runs away up the ramp when El Grande Americano goes to attack him again. El Grande Americano gets on the mic and he says that the problem he has with Dominik Mysterio is that he compares himself to legends like El Santo, Blue Demon, and Rey Mysterio. Those men gave everything they had to wrestling, while Dominik just takes everything away from wrestling. He says that Dominik Mysterio calls himself the king of the luchadors. Well, a king would never run away from a fight. A king stands up and fights for his people. And he said with or without the title, El Grande Americano is a king in AAA. And at Triple Mania, it returns home to the legends like Rey Mysterio. At Triple Mania, it returns home for El Grande Americano. Our opening contest this evening is Rey Fenix defending the AAA Cruiserweight Championship against Noisy Boy. Now, I don't know how Noisy Boy earned a title shot after he literally just lost to Jack Cartwheel last week, but I'm glad to see more Noisy Boy on my television screen because I think he can be a great part of the AAA roster. Now, the match opens up with Rey Fenix catching Noisy Boy with a dropkick, but Noisy Boy hits Rey Fenix with a baseball slide and follows that up to a flip dive to the outside. Noisy Boy goes for a springboard off the top rope, but Rey Fenix catches him out of the air with a super kick for a near fall. Noisy Boy catches Rey Fenix with a flipping hurricanrana, but Rey Fenix then hits Noisy Boy with an enziguri, a goodbye amigo kick, and a crossbody off the top rope. Rey Fenix then follows that up with a frog splash onto Noisy Boy for a near fall. Noisy Boy hits Rey Fenix with an enziguri of his own, and then that beautiful springboard cutter bouncing off his knees on the top rope for a near fall. Rey Fenix then drills Noisy Boy with a really sick Phoenix driver for a near fall. Rey Fenix hits Noisy Boy with a running double knee strike in the corner and goes for the Mexican muscle buster, but Noisy Boy slides out of it and hits one of the most insane springboard poison ranas you'll ever see. Noisy Boy then follows that up with a backhand handspring splash for a near fall. Noisy Boy misses a moonsault off the top rope, and then Rey Fenix capitalizes by hitting another double knee strike in the corner, and following that up with a Mexican muscle buster to pick up the win and retain his title in a very competitive matchup. After the match, Penta makes his way down to the ring. He starts to call out Roman Reigns, and he says after he wins this tournament, he's going to show that Penta has never needed a family to hide behind or a group to win his battles. He's going to show Roman Reigns exactly who he is when he wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That's when the Angel of Death, Carmen Petrovich, makes her way down to the ring, and Los Perros Del Mal surround the ring, and it looks like they're going to attack. But Penta embraces with Daga and some of the members of Los Perros Del Mal as he is a former member of the group. Daga gets on the mic and says that Penta and him go way back and they used to run things together everywhere they went with Los Perros Del Mal. And he says that Penta challenged Roman Reigns and he says he doesn't need a family. But Penta, you need to realize that you need a family to go up against Roman Reigns. Because Roman always has his bloodline by his side. And Roman doesn't respect people, he respects power. And there's power in numbers. That's when Daga offers him the Los Perros Del Mal shirt and asks him to rejoin the group. Penta says, "Let me think about it," and Daga gives him the ultimatum and says that you have until the end of the night. It's main event time as we have an opening round contest in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship #1 Contenders tournament as it is Psycho Clown versus La Parka. Psycho Clown hits La Parka with some shoulder tackles to start off the match, but La Parka catches him with some arm drags. Psycho Clown hits La Parka with a power slam for a near fall. Psycho Clown hits La Parka with a pop-up elbow, but La Parka follows that up with a belly-to-belly suplex into the corner and then hits a moonsault to the outside. Psycho Clown hits La Parka with a code red and then throws La Parka to the floor. Psycho Clown hits a suicide dive through the corner post to the outside onto La Parka. Back in the ring, La Parka hits Psycho Clown with a Spanish fly off the top rope for a near fall. La Parka goes for a moonsault, but Psycho Clown gets the feet up, and then Psycho Clown drills La Parka with a Mexican destroyer for a near fall. La Parka then catches Psycho Clown with a kick to the injured ribs, and then follows that up with a rolling cutter. Psycho Clown accidentally throws La Parka into the referee, and then hits La Parka with the Psycho Driver, but there's no one to count the pin. The lights go out, and that's when the monster, Drake Moreau, is in the ring, and he starts to tear Psycho Clown apart. La Parka doesn't see the attack happen, and then he goes and capitalizes by hitting the Bone Breaker to pick up the win and advance in the tournament. After the match, La Parka is checking on Psycho Clown to make sure he's okay, and he gets medical in the ring to also check on him. After that, we head backstage to see Penta being confronted by Los Perros Del Mal looking for their answer on his decision to join the group or not. Penta says what the shirt represents will always mean so much to him, and that Daga is a brother to him, and he respects the Garza legacy. But he wants to make sure if he puts this shirt back on, that everyone wearing it now has actually earned it, and that there's no weak links. That's when Bronco Nima steps up to him and says that you don't think I've earned my position here in Los Perros Del Mal? Well, how about this? Next week, Penta and Bronco Nima are going to have a match against each other. And if Penta wins, he can go off on his own path like he wants to. But if Bronco Nima wins, then Penta has to join Los Perros Del Mal and accept them as his family again. Penta agrees to the match, and that's the end of our episode. Overall, this is a very quick and fun episode of AAA TV. I love the hot build we're getting with Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano with a great pull-apart brawl on this episode. Noisy Boy really had a coming-out party with a phenomenal match against Rey Fenix, and he feels like the next guy like a mini Vikingo type that just gets over by having banger after banger matches on TV. We continued the Psycho Clown and Drake Moreau feud, which I'm really enjoying. And I love this angle that we're taking with Penta and Los Perros Del Mal, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. Thank you for watching this review, and I look forward to talking more Lucha Libre with y'all in the next video.